Understand this, loyalty will always ask, what do I get out of it? But faithfulness says, Lord, what can I give you? You see, loyalty is me-centered, but faithfulness is Christ-centered. Welcome back, beautiful woman of God. Today, we're talking about a loyal, faithful, and trustworthy woman. Proverbs 31:11 says, the heart of her husband trusts in her with secure confidence, and he will give her no lack of gain. This verse speaks of loyalty and trustworthiness, a woman whose heart can be trusted. She's dependable, she's committed, and she's consistent. Then verse 12 continues and says, she comforts, encourages, and does him only good and not evil all the days of her life. That's faithfulness. Not just in the easy days, but all the days of her life. Her goodness doesn't waver with circumstance. Her love endures through covenant. But before faithfulness ever thrives, it starts with loyalty. Her love for God becomes the root of her loyalty. A woman pledges her allegiance to God. She's devoted to him, to what he called her to. When I think of loyalty, I think of Sarah. Sarah stood by Abraham through every season, through faith and failure, comfort and testing, traveling through hardship, famine, and danger. She was loyal because of covenant. Loyalty says, I'm with you. But loyalty is often tied to circumstance or emotion. It can fade if trust is broken or even feelings change. You can be loyal for a season, but when the season ends, so can the loyalty. That's why loyalty is conditional. And the example I like to use is of a marriage. But before we enter into a marriage, many of us women have a checklist of things to check off that this man must have in order for us to even want to have a relationship with this person, with this man. Sometimes it can be a great job or great career. It could be that they're independent. It can be things like love, like compassion. But these are things that we want in a man before we even say yes. These are things that they need to check off. These are things that we are going to gain from. And I feel like that's why many believers stay stuck here. Loyal to God for what they receive, not for who he is. Loyalty can make you a good friend or spouse. Loyalty to God also makes you a daughter to his house. But faithfulness makes you a vessel he can trust. Say that again with me. Loyalty is self-centered, but faithfulness is Christ-centered. Galatians 2:20 says, my old self has been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. That's the sound of faithfulness, self-denial and surrender. Faithfulness means dying to yourself so Christ can live through you. It's loyalty lived out through obedience. It's consistency when no one sees it, integrity when it costs you, and endurance when you don't see results. Mary is such a great picture of faithfulness. She said yes to God, not knowing the yes would cost her. She carried Jesus, the Messiah, in her womb, not thinking of the danger, the shame, or the separation. She simply said, yes, let it be unto me according to your word. That's faithfulness, obedience without conditions. God doesn't want your loyalty based on what he's done for you. He wants your faithfulness that's pledged to his kingdom no matter the cost. It's no longer about you, it's about him. It's sacrificing the desires of the flesh. It's actually getting up at 2 a.m. when the Holy Spirit wakes you. It's missing out on the worldly things. It's breaking off friendships and relationships that keep you from going deeper. It's turning off housewives and choosing to spend time in his presence instead. It's stripping yourself to put on the armor and walk out in righteousness. A faithful woman is wavering, unshaken, and she's consistent. She remains steadfast until the end. A servant fully surrendered to his lordship, expecting nothing in return. That's a kind of faithfulness that captures God's heart. It is truly surrendering. It is self-denial. And it is putting his wants and his desires before yours. Faithfulness is a key that unlocks God's trust. When you prove faithful in the small, God entrusts you with the sacred. Luke 16:10 says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Our faithfulness determines whether God can trust us. But before he gives you his mysteries, his heart, his kingdom assignments, he watches how you handle the small things. He watches your heart posture, whether it's surrendered through every season, through the hardships, through the lack, through the waiting, even through the pain of loss. He's watching to see if your worship remains pure, if your faith stays steady when nothing makes sense, because faithfulness in the hidden places, it's what prepares you for the divine trust. To be trustworthy means to be entrusted, trusted by God and his will, his plans, and his purposes. Matthew 25:21 says, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little, I will set you over much. A trustworthy woman understands that everything she carries, her gifts, her assignments, her influence belongs to him. Her life is not her own. She lives to please the one who called her. She's not ruled by emotion or personal desire, but by obedience to the Holy Spirit. Whatever God places in her hands, a vision, a ministry, a family, or even a single word, she stewards it with integrity, prayer, and discernment. She doesn't move from impulse, but from intimacy. Because she can be trusted with the small, her authority increases in the greater. Her faithfulness births favor, and her trustworthiness reveals a heart fully surrendered to his will. And one day, she will hear the words, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. God rewards those who serve faithfully under his lordship, not for recognition, out of pure obedience. So today I challenge you, go beyond loyalty, be faithful, and become trustworthy, because a loyal, faithful, and trustworthy woman is a woman after God's own heart. And that is all for today. We will see you next time for our next episode of the Virtuous Woman Series. Next week's topic will be touching on a prudent woman. I hope that this video was a blessing to you. Please hit like, please subscribe. We'll see you next week.